In this video clip, I will show you how to do and perform meta-analysis in Review Manager on data extracted from publications, and the estimate of the effect size is the standardized mean difference, which is abbreviated as SMD, and the outcome from the publications are continuous. In the RevMan, click on the new. A new review wizard will be generated. Click on next, then select intervention review and click on next. What is the title of the review? Let's call it Meta-Analyses of LC using standardized mean difference for let's say for lung cancer. Then click on next and then select the full review and then click on finish. An output is generated. Click on the studies and references, then references to studies, and right click on add study, and in the new wizard select the included study. Click on next, then start entering the label or the author name of the publication. Let's call it study number 1, which is 2016, and click on next, then next, then click on add another study in the same section, continue. The second study will be study 2018, and then click on next, and then next, add another study, continue. The third study is study 2020, then next, and then add another study for the final study, which is study 2023. Click on next, then select what do you want to do after the wizard close. Nothing. Click on finish and scroll up here. All the studies are inserted, study from 2016 to 23. Click on the data analysis here and then right click and add comparison. So a new wizard for comparison. Let's call it and give it a name of MALC, standardized mean difference. So the estimate of the effect size is the standardized mean difference. Click on next, then select add an outcome under the comparison. Click on continue, and since it is a continuous data that is measured on a scale, then select the continuous, then next, and let's give a name. What name should the outcome have? Let's call it standardized mean difference for LC. Then click on next, and in this section there are several options to choose from. For the model, there could be a fixed effect or random effects method can be used. We'll stick with the fixed effect. For the statistical method, it's inverse variances. For the effect measure, have two options here, either to go for mean difference or standardized mean difference. Click on next. The next section here is for setting the intervals for confidence interval, 95% as a default, and then click on next. In this section, the output can be sorted by study ID or effect size. We'll stick to the study ID. Click on next, and then after that we'll click on finish. An outlay is generated, output showing the format to enter into the value for the two groups, the experimental treatment group or intervention group to the control group, which is the reference group. The mean and the standard deviation and the total for each group will be inserted, and a weight will be calculated, and the standard mean difference will be calculated for each individual study based on the fixed method with 95% confidence interval. To start adding the studies, click on this icon here, select all the 4 studies, and then click on finish. The studies are added here from 2016 to 23, and there are here areas to fill for the values for the 3 parameters: mean, standard deviation, and then the sample size. To fill this value here for each study, first of all select the study, then click on the calculator here. In the calculator, enter the mean for the experimental control, the total number of sample for experimental control, and the standard deviation for both. For the first study, the mean is 36 and the total number is 12, and the standard deviation is 5.3. For the control, it is the mean is 28 and the total number is 12, and the standard deviation is 4.9. And if I hit enter, the values are automatically generated for each group with 95% confidence interval, p-value, standard error. And if I click on update data table, the values are inserted into this area here that is corresponding to the first study. To do the same for the second study, for the mean it is 81.3, and for the standard deviation it is 8, and for the total number it is 16, and for the control the mean is 77.6 and the standard deviation is 11.6 and the total number is 15. For the third study, select the study, click on the calculator. For the experimental, the mean is 99, the number is 17, and the standard deviation is 2.1, and for the control the mean is 91 and the number of the sample is 18 and the standard deviation is 2.2. Hit enter and then click on update data table, and for the final study the mean is 76, the SD is 3.5 and the total number is 9. For the control the mean is 56 and the standard deviation is 3.2 and the total is 6. To generate an output and produce a forest plot, click on the icon here and a forest plot is generated as shown here. On the left section, the groups of the study from study 2016 to 23, and then the experimental and the control, the mean, the standard deviation, the total for each group with weight calculated, and standard mean difference is calculated based on the fixed effects model with 95% confidence interval for each study. As shown here, study number 2 has a confidence interval that crosses 0, so this one is not significant. In the second part here is the forest plot diagram displays these values here. Each green square represents the standardized mean difference, the value for it on a scale from -10 to 10, as the value for the SMD can be positive or negative or even can be 0. 0 means that there is no effect, so this line is a line of no effect. The horizontal line is the 95% confidence interval with the upper limit and lower limit, and if the confidence interval cross the line of no effect, then this study is statistically not significant. And the diamond shaped symbol here represent the overall or pooled SMD, standardized mean difference, and the value is 1.5 with the confidence interval given here, 95% confidence interval. The third section here shows the homogeneity test for variation among studies with I-squared value calculated of 91% and a p-value less than 0.05. So there is a high level of heterogeneity among these studies, and the p-value is also calculated for the overall effect size estimate, which is the standardized mean difference. So this is the way to perform meta-analysis on data extracted from literature that is based on continuous outcome using the estimate of the effect size, which is the standardized mean difference in RevMan. If you find this video useful, do subscribe to the channel, leave any comment in the indicated box, and activate the notification bell to receive the recent and latest release into the channel of several different video clips, and click on the like icon and share the video link with others so the channel can expand and improve to include a large scope of different statistical method and how to analyze data using several different statistical packages such as SPSS, Excel, Stata, Jamovi, R-Statistic, or Statistics, GraphPad, Prism, G-Power, Python, and RevMan. If you are a student or a researcher and you have a data, whether it is quantitative or qualitative, and you want to perform statistical analysis on that data using any of the softwares listed here, whether it's SPSS, Excel, Stata, Jamovi, R-Statistics, GraphPad, Prism, RevMan, GMP, Python, then do contact me to arrange for either a one-to-one private tutor session or a training course on any of these statistical packages. My contact details are given here, so don't hesitate to write to me or email me if you need a private one-to-one tutoring or a training course.